Myanmar's military regime has introduced a bill that could send operators of digital scam compounds to the gallows. This isn't just another anti-fraud measure. It's a death penalty proposal targeting the architects of crypto-related fraud networks, marking a dramatic escalation in how governments respond to organized cybercrime. The draft anti-online scam bill, tabled on May 14, 2026, mandates capital punishment for perpetrators who use violence, torture, or illegal detention to force victims into online scams. Life imprisonment is proposed for those running digital currency scam centers, facilities known as scam compounds, where trafficked workers are forced to run fraudulent operations. If passed, this would establish the harshest crypto scam penalties in Southeast Asia, setting a precedent that could reshape how nations confront transnational fraud syndicates. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The bill arrives amid growing pressure on Myanmar to dismantle its sprawling network of scam compounds. These fortified hubs, located in border zones like SHWE Kako, Mongla, and Lakai, once hosted gambling operations but pivoted to cyber fraud during pandemic-era border closures. Equipped with Starlink internet and armed guards, they became self-contained criminal enterprises. According to a UN report, over 120,000 people have been subjected to online fraud in Myanmar, many lured by fake job ads and trafficked across Asia. The core of these operations is the pig butchering scam, where victims are emotionally manipulated into investing in fake crypto platforms. What makes this crackdown different is the depth of coordination between Myanmar and China. Beijing has long demanded action against the so-called Four Major Families, Chinese-linked crime syndicates operating from northern Myanmar. In February 2026, China confirmed the dismantling of two major rings, the Ming and Bai families. Chinese courts handed down life sentences to 39 individuals, with 16 sentenced to death. 11 members of the Ming family were executed in January 2026 after convictions in Wenzhou. By the end of 2025, over 41,000 suspected scammers had been repatriated and convicted in China. Myanmar's handover of suspects at My Sot Airport in Thailand underscores a shift from tacit tolerance to active cooperation. Meanwhile, Cambodia has already set a legal benchmark. On March 30, 2026, its parliament unanimously passed the nation's first anti-scam law, imposing prison terms and fines scaled to the severity of the crime. Regular scammers face 2 to 5 years. Leaders of violent, trafficking-linked rings face 10 to 20 years and fines up to $500,000. This law sends a clear message: Cambodia will no longer be a safe haven. The contrast is stark. While Cambodia opts for structured legal deterrence, Myanmar is betting on fear. But the important part isn't just the penalty. It's what this reveals about the region's struggle to reclaim legitimacy in the eyes of global investors and governments. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Still, major uncertainties remain. The anti-online scam bill is still pending. Myanmar's military-controlled parliament is expected to convene in early June, but passage isn't guaranteed. Even if passed, enforcement is another challenge. These compounds are deeply entrenched, often controlled by militias with ties to powerful families. And while China's cooperation adds pressure, it also raises questions about sovereignty and long-term strategy. Will this be a genuine crackdown or a performance for international audiences? The fate of future prosecutions will be the true test. The takeaway is this: crypto scam penalties are evolving from fines and short sentences into existential threats for crime syndicates. Myanmar's proposed law represents the most extreme response yet, but its real impact will depend on execution, not just legislation. The next signal to watch is the June parliamentary session. If the bill passes, and if swift arrests follow, it could mark a turning point in the fight against digital fraud. If not, the threat of execution may just become another empty headline in a region weary of broken promises.